Last night we'd stayed at Newark Farm, a cosy and welcoming bed and breakfast on the outskirts of Sanquhar. Francis, the owner, was even kind enough to come and pick us up from the Glendine Hotel, where we'd been enjoying the company of many locals who'd put us onto the B&B in the first place. We'd had quite a tough day, with niggling ailments insulted by poor navigation, making the decision to shorten it an easy one. However, this meant that we wouldn't have a full day in Wanlockhead, where we'd intended to visit the lead mine. But the itinerary was quickly rearranged to make it achievable after a short section of 7 miles or so. It wouldn't be easy though, as there are 2 high ridges to cross. Thankfully, the weather was behaving itself, and the worst we'd have to contend with was a strong breeze. The only thing that might distract us was seeking out the location of the new hoard treasure, which we knew to be in the vicinity of the abandoned farm at Cogshead, about halfway through the section. Wanlockhead is proud to claim that it's the second highest village in the UK, with its pub being the highest in Scotland. The highest pub in Britain, the Tarnhill Inn, is quite close to us on the boundary of Durham, North Yorkshire and Cumbria. Despite its remote and elevated location, the village was hosting a music festival that weekend, which meant that bizarrely we wouldn't be able to use the pub, as it was ticket only and they were all sold out. We'd originally considered staying in the camping pods which the pub operates, but that was also a non-starter for the only weekend in the year. Instead, we'd been offered a spot with festival goers on the bowling green, which I'm going to assume is no longer used. At least it would be a decent pitch, providing it wasn't waterlogged. Despite all this, I was looking forward to visiting the lead mine, as they also feature significantly on the Weardale Way, a trail local to me in Durham, about which I've written a pocket guide, available for sale on the website. From Cogshead there are 2 route options. We were taking the most direct and exposed to make sure we made Wanlockhead in time. I made a video about the alternative option, along with more about Sanquhar and the visitor attraction known as the Croik Multiverse, when we went back a few weeks later. This gully, more or less right where that lone tree is,
yeah.
Then following on along to the right, up that track towards that wood, and then onto the nose there where it's all scuffed up there,
Yeah.
and then into the col, and that's kind of us for the main climb.
This bit.
In that deep bit? Or aye, go on then.
I think that's probably too deep there.
Yeah, probably fair enough. Ooh, an interpretation board. Oh. Music festival, I think I can hear.
Hello.
What's wrong? Pinhead.
Yeah. Actually, if I put it over my ponytail, it'll press into my ponytail. That might work. Look at that. Lead mine, coal mine, the copper mine.
Aye. Can't you see?
Galena is 60% lead, zinc, copper and silver. There's a couple of trolleys down here. She's amazed at that. No, she's her socks on, but are learning Latin and French. The membership fee was £4 a year, 20 pence a year. 5 shillings a year to be in a curling club, 25 pence a year. If you lost the book and direct to search your house through the book, it's completely lost.
What you doing? Ready to go for dinner then?
Yeah, it'll be nice to go.
We left our B&B at Newark Farm, walked past the castle into Sanquhar to pick up the Southern Upland Way on Leven Road, just by the Cameron Memorial. The route leaves the town under the Glasgow-Dumfries Railway, then makes a long ascent on an old drove road known as Cow's Wynd. to this point here. It's then on to less improved pastures that are quite boggy, onto the fell itself, to the foothills of the Lowthers proper. When we reached the summit here, on what is still a good path, that was 3 miles. The descent to Cogshead is a long one, again on an excellent path, crossing the Cog Burn and coming up to this point here at which there's an alternative available. This longer route here is often recommended for poorer conditions where you might benefit from the tree cover, but that very much depends on the level of forestation. We were taking the more direct route, which is a fairly gradual pull up the side of the fell, but very exposed in bad conditions, to High Mill Knowe, which is on the shoulder of Glengaber Hill. That's the second ridge for us on the day. It's a long descent then, quite steep in places, down to the Wanlockhead water, where there's a footbridge. It's then a track and a road, which is very easy going, before crossing the burn and entering Wanlockhead itself. There's little to say in terms of difficulties with navigation, etc. The entire track is a pretty good one, and very unlikely that you'll make any mistakes.